Merry Christmas. Today I want to talk to you about Christmas love and speak to you from a familiar verse, John 3:16. There we read this. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16 has been celebrated for a long time as a powerful, succinct declaration of the gospel. Of the 31,373 verses in the Bible, it might be the most popular single verse ever used in evangelism. From John 3:16, we learn the amount of God's love. For God so loved. This means that there was a significant amount of love. The idea of so loved is connected to the idea that he gave. There is a cause and effect relationship. He only gave what he gave because he loved so much. A gift at Christmas shows love if it costs something. One of the best Christmas gifts I ever received was a blue sweater knitted by my wife Ingalil before we were married. Now, one might for a more expensive sweater other places, but my blue sweater cost something. It cost a great amount of time and love that Ingalil spent knitting it. It was precious to me. We also learn from John 3:16 the object of God's love. For God so loved the world. God did not wait for the world to turn to him before he loved the world. He loved and gave his only begotten Son to the world even when the world was still the world. What Jesus told Nicodemus in John chapter 3 verse 7, you must be born again, refuted the popular idea at that time among the Jews that the scope of salvation was just for the Jewish people. Jesus says in John 3:16, for God so loved the world. Many Jews in that day didn't think that God loved the world. They thought that God only loved them. The universal offer of salvation and life in Jesus was revolutionary. We also learned the expression of God's love. He gave his only begotten Son. God's love didn't just feel for the problems of a fallen world. God did something about it. And he gave the most precious thing to give, his only begotten Son. Real love, Christmas love, is all about giving. We also learn from this the recipient of God's love. Whoever believes in him. God loves the world, but the world in general does not receive or benefit from that love until it believes in Jesus, the gift that the Father gave. And look, when it says believes in, that means so much more than intellectual awareness or agreement. It means to trust in, to rely on, and to cling to. When we trust God and rely on him, we benefit from his love. John 3:16 also teaches us the intention of God's love should not perish. God's love actually saves men and women from eternal destruction. He didn't give suggestions for self-improvement or ideas for personal transformation. No, Jesus said, come to me, look to me, and I will save you. John 3:16 also teaches us the duration of God's love. It promises everlasting life. The love we receive among people may fade or turn, but God's love will never change. He will never stop loving his people, even until the furthest distance of eternity. We might say that there are 7 wonders of John 3:16. God, who is the almighty authority, so loved the world, which is the mightiest motive, that he gave his only begotten Son, which is the greatest gift, that whoever, which is the widest welcome, believes in him, which is the easiest escape, should not perish, which is the divine deliverance, but have everlasting life, which is the priceless possession. What do? Well, it's simple. We need to receive this love, and we need to respond to this love. Make it a Christmas of true Christmas love and receive his love today.